Hey everybody, so I haven't made enough progress on the rat rod to let out another video yet, and in order to keep everyone interested, I decided to do a quick video on my 1962 Buick Special. I picked this car up at a local place here in Florence about 4 years ago. I wasn't able to get it because it was blocked in by vehicles, and I kept stopping by to see if it was cleared up, and one time it finally was about 4 months ago, so I decided to pick it up. It was not easy because all the wheels are locked up and it was covered in pine needles, so there is some rust in the cowl. I'll show y'all here momentarily, but other than that, it's a pretty solid car. It is fairly complete besides the emblem on the trunk, so if you have one, please let me know. They're pretty hard to find considering they didn't make many of these. A little background on the vehicle: it was owned by a local lady, and from what I know, it broke down. It sat in their front yard. This gentleman I bought it from picked it up off of her, and it just sat on his property. The motor's been pulled out of it. The transmission is still in it. Probably a 3-speed, granny shift on the tree, whatever. Other than that, fairly complete, and I'm excited. My plans for it: I want to do like a Power Cruise kind of theme build like they do in Australia, with some nice big wheels all the way around and able to do sick burnouts. But of course this one be more streetable, so I can actually enjoy it versus trailering it around like I do my Model A. I don't know whether to do a big block with a blower and carburetors or mechanical injection, or honestly I've been pondering putting a Honda motor in it, because that would just aggravate people on that. That's one thing I like to do, just get under people's skin and be different, because a Honda motor would be sick. Like a K-Series with a turbo or something, I don't know. But let's check this thing out. Follow me. This thing's a little sticky. It's been sitting for years. I got it. Ah. This is going great. We might have to skip out on this. So, as you can see, a little rust, and it looks like it's been welded on before, but this thing has the weirdest frame I've ever seen on any vehicle. It's like these arches that go over the cross member, but I don't know how to work around that. I'm probably going to leave it the same. As you can see, it only had heat. It didn't have air conditioning. These actually came with a 215 cubic inch aluminum motor. It was like an experiment, not really an experiment, but GM tried to venture into the small engine world, but they still wanted it to be a V8 because that's what the people wanted. Obviously it failed because they sold that motor to Range Rover over in Europe, and they made that same 215 V8 for up until the 90s, that same exact motor. So I think that's the most interesting part about this car. Battery tray's a little rusty right there, but it's not too bad. Everything else, the cowl is in great shape. VIN plate's still there. It looks like it's been tampered with, but no big deal. It is Mississippi after all. But it's in great shape. The hood, solid. Everything under here is solid. Surface rust. The only thing you gotta fix is the hinges right there. I mean, look at that. Zoom in on that. That's just... Blech. That right there. That's horrible. That's trash, ain't it? Mm-hmm. Alright. Buick. Right there on the hood. Right there. Everything's here. Everything. It's phenomenal. It's in great shape. Even the windshield wipers. Windshield wipers are there. Best part about this car is this right here. I think this looks just stupid amazing. These body lines are outrageous. You can go down the side of the car. That beautiful shape right there. That's amazing. And it looks like this fender was replaced at some point because the paint doesn't match. But it is only one shade of paint. That's the weird part. The doors. Perfect. There is some rust on the bottom, but that's just a matter of bending up some sheet metal and re-welding that. All the trim and stuff is in here. Again, this car was completely untouched until I bought it. Inside, not the original seats at all. I'm gonna try to find the original seats, but I can guarantee you they're not gonna be easy to find. But as for the dash, it is cut up, unfortunately. So it looks like someone put a stereo or a cassette player right here. It looks gaudy, but that's just a matter of putting some metal right there, covering it up, blending it, paint it. Other than that, it is solid. There's a speaker right there. You got defrost. I don't even think you have heat vents, man. You don't have anything in here. Okay, mirror. Ugh. Look at that. All right. This weird parchment they put up here, it looks horrible. Back seat, home of raccoons, but that's fine. We can work with that. The floor is obviously gone. You can see that's been repaired. And the key is still here. So let's show you the trunk. Okay. Okay. All the hubcaps are here except for one, unfortunately, but I'm not going to put hubcaps back on it. Now this Valiance is a little beat up, but it looks amazing. Last registered 1985, so it was only driven for 20 years. Sold in Little Rock, Arkansas. I wish it was a local Mississippi car, but that's okay. The trunk is pretty solid. It's really not bad. Obviously this is the worst part right here. Got some weird carpet in here. It's a little raunchy in here. It's not bad. There's some rot right there, of course, not bad. We can just patch that up, no problem. I know they don't make sheet metal for these cars. Not bad, it's just the trunk. I'm sure I can get some from like a Camaro or I can get some from like a Camaro or something, cut that, that's no problem at all. But this thing shuts perfect. I mean, that's phenomenal. Besides all the rust falling to the ground. And that's great. That's great. Couldn't ask for much more. This patina is perfect. That looks good. I mean, that going around the Buick. Now that's the emblem I need. So if you can find that somewhere, that would be very helpful for me. All right. This bumper is super straight. It's never been hit on or bumped into something. Couple scratches, but an SOS pad, actually it's been bumped right there on the bottom. But other than that, it's solid. Now, unfortunately, now look at this patina. Look at this. That's great. That's great. But from this line up, we're gonna do like a pearl white, a glittery white, nice and smooth body work, brand new paint, but the rest is gonna be patina. That's our plan. It's gonna look great, I think. Unfortunately, now this was here when I bought it, but when I show up to go pick it up, someone ran into it with a tractor or something. So that's gonna be fun to get out. We're gonna get the Mississippi Dent Doctor to push that out. He's very, very talented man. Besides the screeching, that door opens up great. That stupid chicken. Peacock! 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 Anyways, ruining the video. So, if I'm not mistaken, y'all know Chevrolet did this with a lot of different cars that they made, but this is the same exact roof as a 62 Nova or a Chevy 2. I don't know what people call them. I've heard both. But this is a post car, so this window does roll down. I wish the whole thing rolled down. That'd be sick. But I can guarantee you, it being a special, it's not going to have that. But very solid car. This was Buick's try at a compact car, as well as the Chevy 2. This was their version of the Chevy 2. They did something different, like I said, with the 215, and it was deemed very unsuccessful, so they stopped making them like this. I think it only lasted 2-3 years, 2 years I think. Then they brought back the long luxurious car. So that's it on my 62 Buick Special. I plan to get started on this maybe next spring or something. I still got a lot to do to my motorhome and my rat rod, obviously. But sorry about the background noise. It's July 4th, so people are active and doing stuff. Stick with me. This thing's gonna sit on the trailer until I move it, because I know it's not gonna go anywhere until I'm ready. I don't know why I said that. But thank you very much. Like, comment, subscribe, thumbs down, thumbs up if you want. I don't care. Follow me and we'll get started on this.